An edition of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting stories. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Kristaps Porzingis.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White, and it's Porzingis in its center. And for the Thunder, in the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. And it's Williams at the 3. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight. But I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Left side, Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Caruso with the steal. To the paint. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Celtics. It's White on the wing. Defended by Caruso. The shot's good.
I like that from White. Attack in the heart of that defense.
And the Thunder with possession. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. To the middle with the shot. The shot by Williams, no good.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
Brown kicks to Holiday. A floater. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Jrue Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
2 shots.
Free throw good from Jrue Holiday. Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Brown kicks to Holiday. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Outside, Porzingis. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, the thing is, you got to be very careful when Porzingis gets that catch-and-shoot game working.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said, I told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls, and try to get a hand in his face. Now, that's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here is Caruso. Following Porzingis' 3. Just 5 to shoot. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here is Holiday. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Brown kicks to Holiday. Caruso against White. And here's Tatum for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
And I love Holiday's shot selection. Fantastic at realizing when he should shoot off the catch.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. You look at Boston, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific.
Well, I think for Boston, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long, and guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
Boston leading by 5, and the dunk by Porzingis.
How about Porzingis getting back in transition, using his long strides on the fast break?
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams inside. He's covered by Brown. Tries again. And there's the nice layup by Hartenstein.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Now here's Tatum. Boy, that win against the Rockets, he's another guy who really showed up to play.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Williams with the ball, picked up by Brown. Caruso, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. Oklahoma City moving it around. The offensive rebound. Porzingis with the block.
Well, look, if you want to shoot over Porzingis, you got to create more space than that.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Trailing by 5. Caruso, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Brown. Porzingis with a screen on Caruso. From 20 feet out. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
So it's the Thunder now. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is a potential finals preview. As good as it gets early in the season.
Williams for 3. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Thunder trailing by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now here's Brown. No scoring in this one. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Holiday. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Williams. GA, we are right in the thick of the season. What's an overlooked challenge for these players right now?
Staying fresh. You have to take care of your body and your mind. That'll pay dividends in the stretch run.
He's off on the first.
Well, Holiday's one of those guys they can ask a lot of, whether it's guarding the opponent's best player or orchestrating for his teammates.
Dort, he's checked in for the Thunder. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's averaging 19 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. Last season, the Thunder finished as the 1 seed for the first time since 2013.
Yeah, and that was when they were led by the young duo of Durant and Westbrook. But they've got a new group of young stars now who are looking to bring that first championship to OKC.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. Thunder trailing by 4. Here's Williams. Lays it up off the glass. Williams has got 5 points so far.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
So it's the Celtics now, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. That one falls.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
For Boston, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Here's White. From outside, off the mark.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Now, here's Brown. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Rockets in Houston. Dort attacking, so they take the lead. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Dort against White. Porzingis with a screen on Dort. And Holiday has it in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 9.
Well, Holiday finds ways to score inside and from beyond the arc.
Screen by Hartenstein. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A second chance effort. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Al Horford, he's checked in for Boston. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
White the pass to Horford. White a screen on Williams. Horford kicks to Holiday. Clock at 6. Offline with his 3.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6. Hartenstein passes to Dort. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Brown. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Williams. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Holmgren comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And Wallace subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always.
Who needs the NBA draft? I mean, Dort worked his way onto the team, into the rotation, and then turns into a key contributor.
Well, Coach, Boston has been so close to that 18th NBA championship banner, finally able to win the title last season.
Yeah, they've been to the conference finals 6 times in the last 8 years. Lost in the 2022 finals. They got over the top with 2 additions. Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Those guys really helped.
Here's Pritchard. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And the Celtics lead by 1. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Dort finds Wiggins to the inside. Second chance shot. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
We've got 1:23 left to play here in the first. Here's Pritchard. He has yet to score in the corner. Tatum with it. Off target from three-point range.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dort wide open. Off target from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside Tatum. Horford sets a screen for Tatum. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Williams, he's checked in for Jalen Williams. And it's Wiggins missing.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Here's Pritchard. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Holmgren against Horford. And here is Holmgren. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Drew Holiday has been on display for the Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
Another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
So it's Boston now. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for him. The forwards are Dort and Holmgren. Jason Wallace is out there with Wiggins, and it's Williams at the center position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Here's Hauser, the Thunder making the shot. Pass to Pritchard. Horford with the screen on Wallace. Here's Pritchard. No good from outside.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Holmgren. Wiggins with it. On the wing, Wallace. The 3. Good on the triple. Wallace has got the lead up to 4 now for Oklahoma City.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for the Thunder. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
You look at Tatum. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year of some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball. And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Drills the three-pointer. Caruso's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Celtics trail by 5. Here's Pritchard. Horford with the screen on Wallace. In the corner, Tatum with it. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
And nice shot by Tatum, answering the 3 from the other end.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now Caruso. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Holmgren against Horford. Holmgren the pass to Caruso. Clock at 4. From deep three-point territory. The rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Pritchard. Williams with the steal. Fires the 3. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Pritchard. Wallace covering. Pritchard passes to Tatum. Shoots from the baseline. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
Now here's Wallace. Holmgren sets the screen for Wallace. Lets it go from 11. Here's Dort. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Hauser. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
And the free throw, no good. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Then for the Celtics, Porzingis is coming in for Luke Cornett. And it's Drew Holiday in for Pritchard. Thunder have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Pass to Holmgren. Williams with the ball. Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. The three from Tatum. Tatum laces the three.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Thunder trailing by 3. Now here's Caruso. Outside, Dort. And here is Caruso. Williams, a screen on Holiday. Here's Wallace. 5 on the clock. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Wallace has got 5 now.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Here's Hauser. Still without a basket. Pass to Holiday. Here's Hauser. Defended by Caruso. Holiday against Wallace. Holiday, the pass to Hauser. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Caruso sets the screen for Wallace. He's looking for Caruso and finds him. Holiday against Wallace. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Sacramento Kings.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Ilgis Alexander's checked in. Austin's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Porzingis with a screen on Wallace. Porzingis inside. Wallace is there. And he makes that one. He's got 9.
Well, for Porzingis, that's just easy money. I'd keep going to that until they stop it.
And so here is Oklahoma City. And Greg, despite not winning Rookie of the Year, Holmgren had a historic start to his career.
And he would have won the award most seasons, but he obviously had some stiff competition. Regardless, he proved to be a versatile big man with star potential.
Holmgren wide open. And it's good off the back rim and in. And that's now 6 points for Chet Holmgren. The Celtics have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Outside Tatum. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
Oklahoma City trailing. Wallace outside. Back to Gilgeous Alexander. Porzingis with the block. Holiday against Gilgeous Alexander. Pass to Hauser. A 3 ball. And Porzingis Porzingis throws it down hard.
Well, this is the dirty work you love to see Porzingis doing. Saving the play and getting them a bucket.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Oklahoma City. Wallace kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren in the high post. He's against Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Pass to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hauser. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Hauser's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 6-point game. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace with a screen for Williams. Out to the right wing. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Trains the three-pointer. Holmgren's got 9.
Yeah, and it seems like he's getting more comfortable with each bucket.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. A different look for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. And Aaron Wiggins is subbed in for Cason Wallace. The Celtics making a switch here. Boston leading by 3. Outside Holiday. Pass to White. On the wing, Brown. Wiggins with the rebound. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 7. Pass to Caruso. Williams with a clean look. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Boston's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Holiday, the pass to Brown. Williams with the block. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Caruso with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Back to Caruso. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle steps for the Thunder?
Well, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And they're also doing everything they can to make things difficult for the opposition, coming away with steals and playing some really strong defense.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said they can play small and big. You have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. A nice shot by Brown.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander following Jaylen Brown's 3. Williams, a screen on Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Here's White. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Horford with the screen on Caruso. Outside Holiday. No good on the 3.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
All going up court. Here's Williams, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Hartenstein's checked in for Oklahoma City. Chet Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. .103 left to play in the first half. Holiday with it. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Walsh. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Williams with the defensive effort. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Boston trailing. And Holiday kicks to Porzingis. Now here's Tatum. Defended by Holmgren. Tatum slips by the contact inside.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen on Holiday. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Hits it from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points here in this quarter. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Oklahoma City out in front as they end the second quarter on a 14-5 run. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West.
And taking a look at Oklahoma City, you know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league. They're striking fear into every team that has to go against them, Shaq.
You're starting to scare me, Kenny.
Oh, okay. That wasn't scary.
And as we review this first half for the Celtics, still anybody's game.
Playing for one another. The phrase gets overused, but tonight it's right.
Hey, we should try a harmony.
Let's do it.
Playing for one another.
That phrase gets overused. Kenny, get on beat.
But tonight, it's right.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
On the court for the Celtics, Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, down low. The Thunder leading by 3. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Found down low. He's guarded by Williams. Fades back. And it's Brown missing. Oklahoma City shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Now here's Tatum. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, that one goes. Tatum's got the first points of the second half here for the Celtics. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Jason Tatum.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Celtics trail by 3. Now Tatum, 18 points for him. And Holiday has it in the corner. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Holiday's got 12.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander following the 3 from Drew Holiday. Back to Williams. Caruso kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Tatum against Holmgren. The kick out to Holiday. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances. Really using his head.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Stolen by Holiday. From deep three-point land, Porzingis can't hit. Thunder trailing by 3. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Caruso looking for an opening. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Holmgren from downtown. They get it back. Here's Hartenstein, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Holiday.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break.
No good on that one. And as a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
Celtics have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Now here's Tatum. He's got 18. Sinking the tough shot, Jason Tatum.
Yeah, no question, Tatum can take over a game at a moment's notice.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Comes up empty down low. Celtics have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Outside Tatum. Caruso grabs the miss. Caruso's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Here's Tatum. Williams with the steal. 3 on 3. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one on White. Boston making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. The Thunder have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Now here's Tatum. 20 points for him. Bounce pass, Holiday. Tatum on the wing. Defended by Holmgren. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
A multi-level scorer. Porzingis can find a shot in any area on the floor.
The Thunder with the lead. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. 3-pointer. Rebound Boston. Porzingis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Williams against Holiday. Outside Tatum. 5 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. Brown outside. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 5 assists in the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Williams kicks to Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there from Holiday. Tatum against Caruso. Outside Holiday. And the Celtics another three.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Thunder trailing by 5. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 20. For 3, Holmgren. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Back to Brown. And Brown throws it down hard.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
And so here is Oklahoma City after the basket by Boston. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. And stolen by Tatum. Now here is Holiday. He's covered closely. Can't get it to fall. Caruso against Brown. And the drought. And Holmgren finishes inside. Holmgren's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. Leading by 5. Tatum on the wing. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. Williams can't get it to go. Boston leading by 5. Holiday attacking. Porzingis inside. He's against Williams. And it goes down 2 points.
Superb concentration by Porzingis. Good at staying under control and pushing through the contact.
Oklahoma City's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Porzingis with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Dort, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. Boston also with the sub. Horford's checked in. Williams finds Hartenstein. 4 on the clock. Rebounded by Hauser.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he could.
Brown. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Williams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Wiggins comes in for Jalen Williams. And the Celtics also making a change. Pritchard's checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams.
Continues to develop his playmaking abilities. Gilgeous-Alexander is an unselfish team player.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Boston. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Boston.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
Fires from deep, drains it from beyond the arc. Hauser's got the lead up to 9 now for the Celtics.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:52 left in the third quarter of the game. knocks it in from 14 feet away. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points here in the second half. And here's Boston. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Pritchard. Over in the corner, Brown. And the Celtics another three.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And so here is Oklahoma City trailing by 10. 1:12 left to play in the third. Pass to Holmgren. And here is Williams. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Dort against Brown. There's the drive. Brown jams it in.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 22 points for him. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Comes up empty from 8 feet. Boston leading by 12. The kick out to Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
Wow, he's found his game offensively here in the second half. Really has turned things around.
Wiggins surveying the floor. Williams has a screen for Wiggins to stop the run. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's the Boston Celtics. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. Back to the action in just a minute. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Alex Caruso out there with Case and Wallace. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Horford. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
The wily old vet, Horford, drawing contact around the rim.
That free throw, no good.
You know, I don't think Horford gets enough credit for his defense. He's been an impact player at that end for a long time.
Thunder trailing by 16. Wallace with the ball. Outside, Dort. Pass to Caruso. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, in that two-man set, Caruso just going himself. Very smart.
Now Tatum. Caruso with the steal. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. Finished off the break.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. At one point, they led by 16. Horford with the screen on George. Outside, Horford. That three off the mark. Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Williams. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Pritchard, down low. The kick out to Tatum. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. Thunder trailing by 11. Now here's Caruso. Outside Williams from deep. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Pritchard. Wallace covering. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game. Drew Holiday. He's checked in for Pritchard. Thunder on D. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. And Holiday has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. A three-pointer, no good. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Wallace against Holiday. Wallace outside. Over in the corner, Williams. Wallace against Holiday. Holiday with the block.
Well, Holiday is a phenomenal defender. A point guard who can block your shot if you're not careful.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
The Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in.
Hey, check through.
Wallace against Holiday. At the top of the key, Horford. The three from Tatum. Rebound by Williams.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Unloads. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Caruso's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Pritchard. Outside Holiday. Pass to Pritchard to stop the drought. Rebound by Williams. Thunder trailing by 9. Here's Caruso. Back to Williams. Here's the three. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around. And it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
Yeah, you got to be careful how you guard Holiday because he's skilled at finding ways to get to the line.
The first one falls, and the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Right, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
Hartenstein's checked in for the Thunder. Here's Hartenstein, and it's sent back by Horford.
The veteran defensive instincts of Horford. He knew that shot was coming and gets there for the block.
And here's the break. Here's Wallace. Hits the three from the wing. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also, guys, they push the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
And the Celtics with possession here after Oklahoma City gets the three.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Williams. Out to Wallace for three. They shoot again. Hartenstein can't get it to go.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Holiday against Wallace. Horford with the screen on Wallace. And Holiday, here we go. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. A different look for Oklahoma City. Holmgren comes in for Jalen Williams. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Cason Wallace. Then for the Celtics, Porzingis is checked in for Luke Cornett. And it's Brown in for Al Horford. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his 4th foul of the contest. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. Holmgren sets the screen for Caruso. 6 to shoot. Back to Hartenstein. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Celtics leading by 6. Holiday the pass to Pritchard. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, when Holiday is affecting the game on the offensive end, it's a real lift for his team.
And the Thunder with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Caruso. Dort against Brown. Dort passes to Hartenstein. Just 4 to shoot. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Gilgeous-Alexander. Good D by Holiday. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. At one point, they led by 16. And they double up Brown. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Got a piece of it. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, for my money, Holiday is one of the smartest players in the league. Great use of the pump fake there.
That's good from Holiday.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Jalen Williams is checked in for the Thunder. Boston also with the sub. White, he's checked in for Pritchard. All free throws good from Drew Holiday.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Hartenstein. Now Williams from downtown. It's good from long range.
Well, it's only his second 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Celtics leading by 7. And here is Brown. The kick out to Holiday. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists in the game.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Oklahoma City has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis with the block, and they're able to recover. The shot by Williams, no good.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
White, good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Thunder trailing by 12. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Inside. There's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Brown. Porzingis with a screen on Williams. Brown kicks to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Now here's Porzingis. The kick out to Holiday. And there's the drive. And the rejection by Holmgren. To the inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Thunder. Boston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Tatum passes to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Out to Porzingis. Launches it. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists in the game.
Come on. Players as tall as Porzingis, they aren't supposed to shoot it like that.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And the Thunder making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, during the last break, here's what Mark Daigneault was telling his team. And it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Holiday. To the paint. And the dunk by Holmgren.
You want a high percentage take offensively, get it to Holmgren in that spot.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Here's Porzingis. Ties to the hoop. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, sometimes Porzingis can fall in love with his jumper, so it's good to see him going to the basket.
Thunder trailing by 11. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And yes, it's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
For Boston, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Brown against Williams. Back to Holiday. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Holiday's fiery. Tough to keep up with.
First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Down low. Here's Williams. Some solid defense from Brown. Celtics leading by 11. To the middle. Here's White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Yeah, great read by Tatum there. Recognizing the overcommitment and making the defense pay.
Oklahoma City has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
.133 left to play here in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Boston.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Drew Holiday.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Pass to Caruso. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Over Holiday. Offensive rebound. And that one is good from Hartenstein. And Boston has possession. It's a 14-point game. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's White. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Jason. Congrats on the win. It was a slow start on offense, so what got you guys going in the second half?
You know, Coach told us we didn't deserve to make any shots. You know, we were too tense. We weren't having any fun. You know, we started having a lot more fun second half. Guys were smiling and cheering, and we had some shots.
Well, it's good to know that if you smile, you make shots. I'll keep that in mind. Congrats, man. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Drew Holiday.